Flicker the campfire, wind in the pines, stars in the heaven, moon that shines. A place where people gather, making friends of all kinds. A place where all our troubles are always left behind. So give me the light of the campfire, warm and bright. Give me some friends to sing with, we'll be here all night. Love is for those who find it, found mine right here. Just you and me and the campfire, and the songs we love to hear. Do-do, 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 do-do. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Hi, I'm Lin-E. I learned that song, not on the guitar, but I learned that song, sorry to say, about 50 years ago. And I still love it to this day. And my new channel is going to be the Campfiregirls. And my name's Lin-E, Lin with an E. And this is Rosey. Come here, Tonkin. And we are the Campfiregirls. Welcome to our channel. Let me take this off. I love this guitar. My brother from another mother, you might say. He's really not my brother, but he's like my little brother. And he's in a band, and he's really good. I've known him for my whole life, almost. And very, very talented man. His band is called the Yard Dogs. And if you can look them up online. They're an awesome band. They're from here in Missouri. I'm here in Missouri, originally from Colorado. And I love to camp. And I'm divorced. I've been divorced for quite a while. Went through a hard divorce. That's another story around the campfire. But don't want to talk about that today. We'll do that on another day. But I do have a really cool boyfriend. He helped me finish my van here. This is my 2020 Dodge Caravan, which I named Van Halen, after the late, great Eddie Van Halen. And I'm just now getting it ready to go camp in. I've camped in it a couple times. And I've stayed in it a lot at my son's house when I come down there to help him with the boys. So I am a grandmother. I have 6 grandchildren. That's another story. But and I love them. You know, that's your life when you get our age. Won't tell you that, but yeah, I'm older. Everybody says, you know, to think of your niche. Well, of course, everybody's doing the van thing, and that's kind of what got me into the YouTube was, and thank you, YouTube. I love you. Thank you. It gave me so much to get me going, because I've always wanted to travel. And after my bad divorce, that dream kind of fell through the wayside as far as, you know, being able to afford it. And I'm hoping this is going to happen. Another thing happened to me after that divorce. I had already hurt my foot per se, but I also became disabled. So that was a bad thing. I worked for quite a while after the divorce, and I actually went into a different career to get some insurance, because we were realtors. I was a broker, actually, for over 20 years, so in real estate. And anyway, that's another story. I have so many stories. We could talk around the campfire. So, you know, become part of my tribe and subscribe, and we will have some discussions. I have a lot of hats I've worn in my life. And anyway, I don't want to go but I kept trying to find my niche, you know, for the YouTube channel. And I came up with this, and I hope it's cool. I remember watching one YouTube channel, and I can't remember her name. I wish I could. But she was talking about, you know, in van life, how you should have some kind of a hobby, you know, and I kept thinking, oh my gosh, you know, because I've worked ever since I was 9 years old. I always worked, and I really never, and then I raised kids. I got married and raised kids, and I never really had much hobby except camping. I mean, I love to camp. I love the outdoors. And then, of course, after I got disabled, it's in my foot. I crushed my heel in about 50 pieces. And then they put a external fixator on it, and then I got bone infection. It's a long story. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, I still worked on it for lots of years. I remember showing houses on crutches, you know. So I was always a worker. So it's hard to find, what did I have for a hobby, you know, but always camped, you know, always took the kids camping. And I was, of course, oh gosh, born in Colorado, you know, you camped. And we actually, my mother was a single mom, and she sent us to camps, you know, in Colorado. And I, you know, grew up outside of Boulder in the 60s. Okay, you know, so it was really cool. We were camping in the mountains under the stars when I was a kid, and grew up, you know, listening to guitars and stuff. And I did take guitar lessons when I was a child, until, let's see, shoot, I started in Colorado, and then I moved here when I was probably about 12. And I think I did 1 year here, and then played for quite a while. And you know, life happens, and you give it up. And then, of course, my ex, he played, so of course he was really good, and I just kind of gave it up. But anyway, another story. But I'm just so thankful that my little brother lent me this guitar, because that's when I said, that's the hobby I want. I want to relearn how to play, because I used to have so much fun. And I can't believe it, those chords I remembered. I remembered how to play. My fingers are sore. Sore. So I think I got this guitar right before Christmas, and I learned Silent Night, you know, but I really haven't had a lot of time to spend with it. So I'm hoping now that I learned this song, and I want to learn more. So I'm going to spend some time doing that. I'm trying to get the calluses on the fingers working, you know, that type thing. Anyway, Rosie, my girl here. Come here, sugar. Don't be shy. Say hi, everybody. Say, my name is Rosie May, and I am 6. I'm going to be 7 in March, and I am a rescue. Yeah, my mommy rescued me, and she wasn't a bad, I mean, she wasn't, her mommy, her family just couldn't take care of her anymore. So, I mean, it was kind of bad. She doesn't like me to leave her. She's afraid that I won't come back. She still has issues with that, and I'm going to say I've had her for over 2 years now, and I tell you what, I got her, I was praying. I have something that's really happened to me bad. It's been over 2 years, and that happened to me, and I was, you know, praying really hard for, you know, something, and I got her, so she was my answer, and she's helped me get through the hard time, and I think she needed me, and I needed her, and she's my travel buddy. So we are the Campfiregirls, and I've got a Facebook group I'm starting, the Traveling Campfiregirls, and we're going to do meetups and camp and get to know some people, and hopefully one of you girls that are, you know how to play guitar, maybe might meet up with us and kind of sit around my campfire and teach me a few more songs. I'm going to try and learn some. it's like there's so many, you know, that you want to learn. So, and I can't even, I remember my guitar I had two guitars growing up, and the first one, it was a small, you know, secondhand, I'm sure, because we were always never had any money. You know, I didn't have a father per se. They got divorced when I was 2, and he never paid child support or anything. So that's why we always worked. You know, we always worked for about everything we had. And anyway, then my sister, my sister Patty, one Christmas, she was working, making some pretty good money, and she bought everybody a really cool gift for Christmas, and she bought me a brand new guitar. I'll never forget it. And she bought my mom a brand new kitchen table and chairs, and I can't remember what she got my brother. I was trying to remember it, and I think it was one of those flying airplanes, you know, that you used to. I don't know. I need to ask him about that. But anyway, that's where I got my guitar, and I wish I still had it. I don't. And it had a case and everything, and I had all my music that I played, you know, and it was all in there, and I'd give anything to have it back, you know. And it's sad, all those things you give away in life that you wish you could have back, you know, when you get older, and you think, oh man, where'd that go, or what'd I do with that, and I've moved so many times, it's crazy. So anyway, I don't want to keep going on and on. I just wanted to do an introduction and get my video out there to start on YouTube. I'm so excited. I love YouTube. I love watching the videos. It's about, I don't even think I watch anything else but YouTube. The van life is just the only way I know I'm going to be able to travel, because I'm living on my Social Security, you know, and so I'm hoping that I get some subscribes to my tribe, you know, and maybe make some little extra gas money to help me along my way, and I can take you with me. But I'm going to make it one way or the other. If you've got any ideas on extra things, I can walk, but it's, you know, it's just limited. My heel and my ankle is bone on bone. All the arthritis has ate out every bit of cartilage around there. I went to the doctor, and they wanted to fuse it, and there's a risk of infection to come in. I ended up getting bone infection in my foot, and I just don't want to risk that again, ever getting that back in there. And they say there's a risk of it to come back if you open it back up. So right now I can bend it, you know, a little bit, but I just can't. I can't hike. I can't run, of course. I wish I could hike. I can walk, but if I walk, let's just say if I walk around Walmart to get my groceries, I'm done for the day, and I may not be able to do it tomorrow. You know, it's limited. It just depends. It goes back and forth. And like all those years of working on it, my good leg is now a bad leg. So it's got, the meniscus is about gone out of the knee, because I carried this leg, and it's bigger than this leg. I won't show you. Maybe this summer when I got shorts on or something. But, so I'm getting those, I finally went to a doctor about it, and I got a gel shot in it, and oh my gosh, it worked. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And I wish that they could do that in my ankle, my heel. It would just, that would be so great. I might be able to actually do a small hike, you know, if they could do that. But, you know, sometimes the foot will lock up, you know, or whatever, but it's not going to stop me. I'm still going to, you know, there's places I think I can go where I, you know, really want to go see. I really want to go to Arkansas a lot. I've got me and my little Campfiregirl tribe, we've got a trip planned down there in the Ouachita National Forest. I want to go down there and check it out. So, I watched a show on YouTube. Well, it's Cody and Kelly. If you've ever watched them, they're about my favorite, and they are nominated for one of the best YouTube shows on there. So give them a thumbs up. If you've never watched them, you need to. They're a cute couple. They actually they started out in a tent. They called it Dome Life, and she's got a cookbook out. She's a wonderful camp cook, or cook, period. And they just do all kinds of adventures that are just awesome and beautiful, beautiful scenery. And if I was that young, I would do it too. That's exactly what I would do. And they're fun. They're good people, and you need to watch their show. And they're not telling me to say this. I just really do like them. And I'm very envious of them. But they've shown me a lot of Arkansas. They are originally from Arkansas. And so I'm living in Missouri. That's where my mama was from. So we ended up moving back here. And of course, that's where my kids are now, and my grandkids. So I want to go. Arkansas's not too far. I think I can save up enough money to get down there and back and stay a little while and check it out. Check out that place down there. But I can't do the hiking they do. Oh, man, they really get in there and do it. And it's pretty cool. So, in the water, oh, gosh. It's pretty in Colorado. Now, I've done, a lot of camping in Colorado. And I always go back. I have to go back every year to Colorado, and found some really good dispersed camping out there. And I am divorced, and I've been divorced for quite a while now, 14 years, I think. 13 years, something like that. Anyway, but I do have a boyfriend. I'm not going to ever, probably won't ever get married again. But I got a really good boyfriend. We're good friends, and we don't, each have our own place, but we do live in the same. We don't live that far away from each other, and we have a little camper, and we camp in it sometimes. So you'll be seeing where we go in that too. He has him and his family. They do motocross. It's the kind in the woods. Very dangerous, if you ask me. And they are getting ready to put on one of those. And they did their first one last year down where my boyfriend lives. And I'll put it on my show here when they do it, and it's crazy. I mean, they go through the creeks, the trees. You think I would know. I've gone to so many of them, but we use that camper a lot for that. So we just redid that camper. It's really cute too. We took out, it's just a small Coleman 16-foot travel trailer, and we took out the booths or the seating in there to open it up, and the bathroom is like the corner that you can't get your legs to, so he opened it up so you can actually sit down and, do your thing and not have to sit like this. And we made, out of that table that came with it that you fold out or whatever, we kind of made it to where we could just flip it up under the window in there and just, put a chair on it. But it made it so much. And then we just painted that wall, and I put some stuff in there just about his racing and stuff, because he takes that racing a lot. And, pictures of his boys. His grandkids are doing it too. So it's like a family thing that they do. And I've gone a lot. So, and Rosie's gone too a couple of times now, haven't you, sweetheart? Yeah. And she likes it too. She was pretty scared though. It gets pretty loud down there. And there's a lot of dogs, So she's met one friend that she got along with. I couldn't believe it. And it was my friend that gave me the guitar. His wife's dog, actually, but it's both their dogs. But Greta is her name, and she's like a big dog. But anyway, her and Rosie got along. I couldn't believe it, because Rosie doesn't get along with any dogs hardly. They got along, yeah. So she got a buddy finally, yeah. Yeah, she does. Anyway, she's a sweetheart. So you'll get to see a lot of videos on her and a lot of videos of campfires and sitting around the campfire and talks. And I've got a lot of experience in some things. If you've got questions on things in like real estate, disability. I watched a show I wasn't real happy with. I'd probably do a show on it about disability. I wasn't real happy with it. I watched it the other day about a YouTuber did a show on disability, and it was kind of, you know, putting us down that are on disability, you know, and, you know, I paid it in. I paid in my what I draw out, I pay it in. It is my Social Security. You know, it was my insurance. I paid in to get it. I'm not taking money from anybody. I paid it in. And I didn't appreciate quite what she had to say. She didn't really know what she was talking about. Now, there's a difference between SSI and SSDI. And I don't think she understood that or something. But anyway, you know, she was putting down people that hang up their little disability sticker and walk into Walmart and, you know, where's the disability? Well, I'm that lady. I put my sticker up and I walk into Walmart and I get my groceries, and I'd like to do the cart. I really would, because it would save my foot for when I get home and I have to carry them in my house and put them up. But the carts are you know, CRAP. You'll be in the middle of the store and the battery runs down. So you're better off just walking. So, you know, yeah, I walk in and I walk out. I'd use a cart if I could. I wish I could afford to buy my own little scooter. I'd do it. But you know, I guess if my leg was cut off, I could get one of those. Anyway, and plus she doesn't know how it is to live on, you know, your Social Security. And luckily I have, you know, enough to, I can live, but it's not, you know, happy retirement to me, you know. But I'm doing okay. It's not fun. I mean, I like to do something on the side. I went back to work once and worked for a little while, but it was just the hanging down, and they never would. It was only supposed to be part-time. And oh, it was part-time, but they made me drag me in every day. And yeah, no. But I could probably do it, you know, if it was like an every other day thing or something, and I'm sitting and, you know, doing phones or something, I could do that. It's just hard to find. And plus, it's very hard to find it when you're my age, which we're not going to talk about. I will tell you that when I had to start my life over, I was turning 50. So that kind of gives you a clue of how old I am. So it must have been 13 years ago. I didn't say that. Anyway, yeah, starting over at 50. There's his story. There's a campfire story. And it was hard, and that was starting everything because we worked together. Our careers were together. Everything was together. So, retirement, everything. And it was hard. So we got some stories, but okay. I'm not going to ramble on. I just wanted to introduce myself. We are the Campfiregirls. Join our tribe and subscribe. I'm going to show you the interior of Van Halen. I'm going to give you just an inside little look. This is a 2020, like I said, Dodge Caravan. And there's so many. I really wish I'd waited and got a cargo van. I bought the Caravan because I had one a long time ago when my kids were little. And I was picking them up, taking them to ball games, traveling everywhere, you know. And I drove that van till the wheels fell off of it. It was such a great vehicle. So when I thought of this, I thought, I'm going to get me another Dodge Caravan. Well, I really didn't know until I started looking that they stopped making them in 2020. And I thought, well, you know. So I found this one, and it was it only had like 42,000 miles on it, and the government had owned it. So it had been taken care of and stuff like that. So anyway, I ended up getting it. But there's some things that I wish I'd known before I bought it. And I'll fill you in on that when we do my next video. I'm going to do the whole thing and everything I did to this van to get it to where it is now. And the things I still want to do, and the things that I wish I'd known before I bought the Dodge Caravan. I still love it. You know, I'm not saying I don't. It's just there's some things, you know, I wish I'd known. And but it's so cozy. And I went through some different setups before we got to this one, but I'm going to turn it around, see if I can get the phone off here. And that's my TV with the fireplace going, or the campfire, I'm sorry. I thought that would be cute since we're doing the campfire girl thing. And I have the window open so we'd have some light. And then this is my little table, and my legs I can sweep in right under here. I know I'm making you dizzy probably. And then this little shelf I put in that covers that window. And these little lights, I love these lights. And they're USB chargeable. And then this is the wall and my table. Started out with just the table, but the table holds my TV. And then this has, of course, my movies. I've got a DVD player down here, under here. And then I got a radio. And then this sink is my favorite thing. And I've got a faucet. The water's under here. And then the drain, gray water. And it's USB charged. Everybody's got one of those. And I can't see what you're seeing. And then over there is the Blue Eddy sitting up on that shelf. And of course, it's all privacy'd in all the time. Over here is all privacy'd in all the time. And there's Rosie. And then this bed. I've got storage under my bed. And then the front, I've just got the curtains up so you can't see the front right now, but there's a lot that we went through to get it this way, and I can't wait to tell you about it. And I hope you tune in now on the other side of my wall. Kirby did all that for me for my birthday. That was my idea. There's a big counter and stuff. It's kind of like my outdoor kitchen. So it's pretty self-containable. When I've got, you know, I'll show you when I do my next video. So I hope you subscribe. I hope I get to meet you. And I just want to say prayers for everybody out there that's been affected by everything terrible that's going on in our world right now. You know, everything, the fires, the hurricane, now the plane crashes. It just keeps like never-ending story. We gotta pray for everybody and love everybody and hang together, and just, you know, we gotta enjoy the good too. We gotta enjoy the good while we can. Okay, so hope everybody subscribes, and I hope I get to meet you. And peace out.